Hi there, and welcome to the Clear Skin Essentials, and I'm your host, Natasha St. Michael, and thank you so much for joining me. So today I want to do a video demo on how to use raw, smooth honey to wash your face. This is, I would say, my #1 recommendation for all of you that have acne-prone skin or breakup-prone skin, or you're dealing with chronic breakouts or acne, all of that. I strongly recommend using honey to wash your face every day, twice a day. And in fact, if you've taken my free email course, in one of the lessons, I go through really the importance of using the gentlest cleanser you can find to start clearing up your skin. And because if your cleanser is not gentle and you're using a cleanser that's too harsh or too abrasive or too drying, everything else you do for your skin or on your skin to help clear it up is not going to work so well, okay? And the foundation of your skincare routine is actually to use a proper cleanser. And when it comes down to acne, I would say the #1 cleanser is raw, smooth honey, okay? Because it's just so gentle and it's very therapeutic for your skin. It's antibacterial. It's not going to dry out your skin, nothing. It's actually going to make your skin soft and smooth. It can help heal your skin and even prevent breakouts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through the video demo now of how to wash your face with raw, smooth honey. And then at the end of the video, I'm going to go through a bunch of questions that I've received about washing your face with honey, because many times there's a bunch of details or questions people have, and it's good to go through all that. Okay, so let's do the demo first. So to wash your face with honey, all you're going to need is organic smooth honey and a spoon, okay, just to scoop it out. Or if you can find honey in a tube, and this might be a good alternative for those of you that don't want things to get messy in your bathroom, you don't want a jar of honey sitting on your bathroom counter. If you go to a health food store, sometimes they sell pure honey that's just packaged in a tube, and this just makes it easier for traveling and easier in your bathroom and all of that. To get started, all we're going to do is rinse our face a couple of times with warm water over the sink. So I've just splashed warm water on my face and also on my neck a couple of times just to soften things up. And now I'm going to take, I would say, 1 teaspoon of honey, which is like this much, and this is a dark honey, and I'm going to just massage it into my skin. Okay, with a circular motion, and this is a smooth honey, so it's really gentle. And I'm gonna rub it into my face and neck. Now, you can always leave it like this and actually leave it on your skin for 5 minutes or 20 minutes, or you can rinse it right off. For those of you with like super sensitive skin or really dry skin, I recommend just rinsing it right off. But let's say you've got oilier skin, you might want to leave it on for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, even 20 minutes, and then rinse it off. The main thing is the longer it's on your skin, the more the enzymes can kind of work at lifting and breaking up the dead skin cells and just brighten your skin and exfoliate it very gently. Now what we're going to do is, when you're ready to rinse it off, you're just going to rinse it off over the sink by splashing warm water on your face and neck to remove it. So I just splashed warm water to rinse off all of the honey off my face and neck. Now what I do is I don't dry my face off with a bathroom towel, because bathroom towel a lot of times has been hanging in your bathroom for days, it's been used many times, it's dirty. So what I prefer to do is with my fingers, I gently rub off or remove excess water, and then I just walk around and let my skin air dry. Okay, and I find this really helps to reduce irritation of the skin, and it also can help prevent breakouts as well. If you must use something to pat your skin dry, my recommendation is actually to use a freshly cleaned washcloth, okay, or a fabric that has been cleaned, not a bathroom towel that's been hanging in your bathroom for the past week, okay, that you've used over and over again for your body. It's just, you just cleaned your face. You don't want to be rubbing a dirty towel on it. Okay, so let's jump into your questions about the honey. So first of all, why honey? Why wash your face with honey for acne prone skin? And I would say there's a few reasons for it. First of all, it it is the gentlest cleanser you can use on your skin, okay? And it's 100% natural. And it also is naturally antibacterial. And the thing is that when you've got acne-prone skin or you've got blemish-prone skin, is that a lot of times there's the good and bad bacteria have kind of fallen off balance on your skin, and that's what could be causing you to have breakouts in the first place. So the honey just naturally helps to balance out, especially the bad bacteria, to prevent breakouts and to prevent also infection and things like that. Also, honey too is packed with vitamins and minerals and antioxidants, which help to reduce the inflammation and the irritation, as well as protect your skin as well from like free radicals and environmental damage, stuff like that. And I find just naturally, if you use honey over the long term, you'll see that it really softens out your skin. It makes it brighter. It can even help to reduce scarring and hyperpigmentation and all of that. And then lastly too is that honey has naturally occurring enzymes, okay? And for me, that's like the big thing about what's so great about honey is that it's actually a very gentle exfoliant, okay? And it's not like a physical scrub or anything like that, right? It's a soft, gentle exfoliant because those enzymes help to break up and lift those dead skin cells that are building up on the surface of your skin. And that's another reason why people notice their skin getting soft and smooth and bright over time. And it really helps to not only heal the acne, but heal any of those kind of marks or scarring that's left behind from it as well. I used honey for over 5 years, day and night, washing my face. And this is like way beyond after I healed my skin of adult acne. I continued to use it for many, many years. And I stopped a few years ago and switched to oil cleansing, mainly because I was getting older, okay? And that's why I always recommend for those of you that are pretty much under 35 years old, I would use honey, okay? If you're over 35, I would say you might want to use an oil cleanser. And just the main reason why is because most people notice that once they're kind of over 35 years of age, is their skin starts changing and they need more nourishment. Their skin might tend to get drier, things like that. And with honey, it can be a little bit astringent. So I find it's better for younger skins and skin that's under 30 or 35 years old, okay? And you always want to use a smooth honey. And this is a question I get all the time is why? Why a smooth honey? Why not a raw honey that has a coarser texture to it that can be an exfoliant? And the reason why is because when you got breakouts or acne, your skin is inflamed and irritated. The last thing it needs at that time is for you to use anything that has a coarse texture to it. Any kind of exfoliants, any of that's just gonna irritate your skin and hurt your skin more. And so you must use a smooth honey, okay? Especially when you have breakouts, especially when you have acne. Later on, when your skin is healed and you no longer have pimples on your face and your skin is great, then once in a while you can use a coarser or textured honey as an exfoliant. But for daily use, twice a day, morning and night, I would only be using a smooth honey. And how you would know if the honey is smooth, okay, like let's say you're gone to a health food store or you're at a market and you're seeing all these honeys and you're like, okay, well, which one is smooth? How you can tell is, you can see I'm lifting this up, right? And there's light that can pass through it. It's not completely clear, but it's semi-transparent. And so that's usually an indication that there's no granules, it's not crystallized. And also there's nothing floating in it either, okay? And so a lot of times the textured or the coarse honey, it will be solid, okay? And a lot of times the smooth honey, it's more liquid, but the raw honey that is crystallized, it'll be solid, it'll kind of look kind of milky or cloudy, and you have to like literally scoop it out to get some out, and you can tell once you put it in your hands, you'll know if it has a texture or not, okay? So always go with a smooth raw honey. And I also prefer you use a raw honey because when a honey is heated or pasteurized, or what ends up happening is that heat can damage the nutrients in the honey and it can damage the enzymes. And we want those enzymes, especially because those enzymes are what's going to help to gently exfoliate your skin and keep your skin bright and healthy. Okay, so always make sure to get a smooth raw honey. Okay, very important. And also make sure to get a honey that from a reputable source. Okay, this is really, really important because a lot of honey, especially the ones sold at grocery stores, most of those honeys are not pure. Okay, a lot of them have been mixed with like high fructose corn syrup and other syrups and liquids. And sometimes it doesn't even contain honey. Okay, it's that bad. And so you're much better off buying a quality, high quality, organic, smooth, raw honey from either a health food store or from a farmer's market or directly from a beekeeper, okay, to just make sure that it's 100% pure, it's a quality product, you know. And I have to say, like a honey like this, a jar like this can last me over a year, so you might as well put a little bit of extra money into getting something good. And a lot of people ask me too, like, should you get a local honey or what about Manuka honey? And personally, I would say go with a local honey. Go with what is easily available. With Manuka honey, the main difference between Manuka honey and all other honeys is that Manuka honey, which is from New Zealand, is it's got, I would say, more of like a denser or a stronger antibacterial properties. Okay, and it's also, the texture of it is a little bit oilier than most other honeys. So the good thing about Manuka honey is that for skin that tends to be dry or maturing skin, or for those of you that want to use honey and you're over 30 to 35 years old, going with the Manuka honey might be a better option than using other types of honeys, just because it's got a little bit of a naturally occurring oil in it, so it'll nourish your skin more. But in general, it's fine to just use a local honey, you know, and support a local business. And also too, I will mention though, is that if you have a hard time finding a smooth honey, majority, if not all Manuka honeys are actually smooth. I've never come across one that has a texture, but there could be ones out there, but most of them are smooth, and so that is always easier to find as well. And what else? Oh, a few other questions too about cleansing technique. Okay, so as I showed you, a very simple technique of washing your face with honey over the sink. And this is, I would say, the only technique I want you to use for washing acne-prone skin. A lot of times people ask me if they can use a washcloth similar to the technique of oil cleansing, where you put the honey on your skin and remove it with a very soft washcloth. And in general, I don't quite recommend that, especially if you've got severe breakouts or severe acne, is that your skin is very, very sensitive and it's very fragile, especially at that point. So the less putting anything on your skin, the less you're touching it with things, the less you're using sort of like a coarse washcloth, the better, okay? Because that just means you're not gonna, there's no potential of you irritating your skin more. Also too, is that the only reason why you're using a washcloth for oil cleansing is because you can't rinse oil off your skin. You have to actually use a washcloth or a fabric or something to lift that oil off your skin. It doesn't come off with just water. And so that's the only reason why someone would use a washcloth in the first place. And if you don't need to use it, skip it. And then lastly, who should use honey and who shouldn't, okay? Because there are some cases where someone's better off not using honey, and then there's some cases where I say, just please, only use honey. So the people that would benefit the most from using honey as a cleanser would be those of you that are, I would say, under 35 years old, that you've got acne, your skin is prone to breakouts, whether it's hormonal breakouts, or you get pimples once in a while, or you get cystic pimples, or also oily skin, combination skin, normal skin, even dry skin. I find all skin types, it's okay. Some people with dry skin might find it's too astringent. Okay, so it's something, it's kind of like case by case. You got to try it out and see. In general, too, is I just find honey to be sort of the most neutral cleanser. And so, especially for those of you with sensitive skin that you have a hard time like finding a good cleanser for your skin that doesn't hurt it, honey is one of the best best cleansers ever. And the only people I wouldn't recommend using honey is, first of all, anyone that, if you have a allergy to bee products, right? I would not ever use honey on your skin, never use a product that contains honey, none of it. And some people do have a sensitivity to honey without having an allergy, that a lot of times the sensitivity would be that after you wash your face with the honey, your skin gets bright red. It almost looks like a sunburn. And it lasts like over 5 minutes. It just lasts. It might last a half an hour, but that's usually an indication you have a sensitivity. Sometimes people get itchy skin. That too can be a sensitivity. So stop using it. Okay, and pretty much I would say anyone can use it, and it's great. I'd also too though want to mention is that honey is not strong enough to remove makeup, like full coverage makeup, like foundation or a tinted moisturizer, B&B cream, CNC cream, and sunscreen as well, or sunblock. If you're using products like that, my recommendation is to use honey in the morning to wash your face, and then in the evening to use like an oil cleanser, so that you really thoroughly wash off the makeup and the sunscreen and all the products, because honey, it won't remove it all. And so you don't want to use that to try and wash off makeup and sunscreen and have residues on your face, because that can cause you to have breakouts. Okay. All right, so if you do use honey, I'd love to hear your experience of using it. And go and check out today's blog post at theclearskinessentials.com, because I've written out all the instructions there, plus also answered probably a few more questions than I've answered here as well. So you can go and read that. I'll put the link below. And if you haven't already, you really should take my free acne solution 5-day email course, because I go through all sorts of great tips for how to clear up breakouts and acne naturally, either through your diet, different things to add in or change, and also with your skincare routine as well. And you can sign up at theclearskinessentials.com. And I'm wishing everyone a fabulous day, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.